Hello and welcome to Be the Best You Part 5. Today I want to teach you a mentoring tool that has helped me move my life forward. So in your toolbox of tools that will help you in your life, this one is awesome. And here it is. Here's the tool in your toolbox, a baseball bat. Yeah, so in a minute I'll show you what to do with that and how this is going to work. So in your life you will have some negative trapped emotions and negative false beliefs that hold you back, and I am going to talk about some with money because a lot of people have negative issues with money. I have for years, and I'll bet you do too. And let's look for a minute and try to figure out, why do we have these in the first place? So some of it is inherited from the beliefs of your family, and I'm not going to say this in a judgmental way, but just explain what's going on. So here's a negative false belief. I don't know if you can read on this bottle, but I've written, money is evil. You've probably heard that over and over and over your whole life. But just lately I've heard a talk by a man named Dallin Oaks, and he brought out a point that I thought was so interesting. He said that the same coinage that Judas Iscariot was paid to betray Jesus Christ was the same coins that the Good Samaritan used to save the man in the scriptures. So it isn't the money that is evil or wicked, it's what you do with it. Because you think about it, this is just a piece of paper. It's not evil, it's just paper. It does have an energy to it, but we assign and attribute different things to it. And the same thing with the coins, they are just metal. You look at these, they're just pieces of metal. That's all it is. It's not possessed. It's not going to make you turn into this bad, scary person. But I do believe that what's already in your heart, that the money will magnify it. So if you have evil in your heart and you get a lot of money, then I think you will become really wicked. But if you already have good things in your heart and get an abundance of money, just think of the wonderful things you can do with that money. So it's not the money itself that's evil, it's what you do or don't do with it. Another false belief is scarcity. There's not enough money for everyone. If I get more, that's going to take from somebody else. So that's just being selfish, right? Wrong. There is plenty for everybody, and more will be made available as there is a need. And I'm going to tell you a funny story about some false beliefs that have been inherited from our families, and because when my husband and I first got married, we moved into our grandparents' home, and when I went downstairs the first time, I saw a leg. You're wondering, a leg? Okay, so Grandpa Jesse was in World War I as a soldier, and he was shot in the leg, and the doctors couldn't save the leg, so they had to amputate it from just below the knee down. And so Grandpa had this prosthetic leg that he wore, and when we moved in, Grandpa Jesse had been dead for 6 years. Does he need that leg anymore? No, but nobody could throw the leg away. Who's going to ever use somebody else's leg? And there were many, many more items in the house that I could tell that people were hanging on to that they don't really need. And I've caught myself doing it, and I still do it now. And then I think, now wait a minute, why am I hanging on to this? And there's that scarcity mentality, and it's got to go. So I am going to teach you how to get rid of it today. And then there's another false belief. I must be poor in order to be close to God. I've heard that one over and over my whole life. In fact, from my family, we were told a saying that rich people had affluenza, and we looked down our noses at rich people, and I've learned that that is not true. Number one, I've got some friends that are in the same business as me, and they've moved their lives forward so much that they are now six-figure income earners. Some are multimillionaires, and they are the kindest, best people, the salt of the earth people that you could ever meet. And they do awesome things with their money. Now, doesn't that sound great? And like I said, it depends on what you're in your heart, whether you have good or bad. That money will magnify it. Well, I know I have a good heart, so I want to magnify that to the most fullest potential that I can reach. And then there's another thing, that I have to be poor in order to be close to God. Well, God created this whole world. God is the most wealthy being in the whole universe. And if I want to become like Him, doesn't it stand to reason that I need to be close to God? That's like mind-blowing when I first realized that. And I have been taught these false beliefs my whole life, and some of them have just been so ingrained in my cells that my cells have memory of that, and I want to get rid of that. So here's what I've done. I already showed you the water bottles that have the false beliefs written on them. These are just regular old disposable water bottles. I pick them up wherever I am, because not only is it good for the environment, I know that I will be able to use them at a future time. So I get some water bottles, I fill them up, get the false belief, and then next, oh, I forgot to mention, I'm a farm girl. I live on a farm, and here I am in this perfect place to do this energy work. Nobody's around. There are some cattle, so if you hear some background noises, that's just the cattle, and what I do next may scare them, so we might get some funny sound effects, but anyway, we'll just see what happens. So now I'm going to take the water bottles and hook them, secure them underneath these bell strings. And I highly suggest, if you do this, that you wear gloves. The first time I did this, even with gloves on, I still got blisters. So I've just got my gardening gloves, a baseball bat, and some water bottles. And what you hear out of my mouth right now might be foul language. I don't know what's going to pop out, so just be warned that something foul might come out, because it's in my body and I gotta get rid of it now. So I'm thinking, I need to be close to, I need to be poor in order to be close to God. No way. So I want that just gone from my life. Oh, look at that, it took off. It's trying to get away from me. And I'm not done with it yet. I want that false belief gone. So I am going to be gone. Be gone. All the lies I believed about you, be gone. That's what I think of you. Okay, now that one, I feel good about that. Oh, money is evil. Here we go. Money is good. We can, whoo, that one got me. We can do good things with money. Money is evil, is a lie. You're wrong. You're wrong. I hate that lie. You think you can get away from me? Well, you can't. Because here we go. Money is evil. That's wrong. It's a lie. I believe it. No more. Be gone. Be gone. Be gone. Okay. Now. Oh, okay. The scarcity mentality. There's not enough money for everybody. Okay. There is enough money for everybody.